in audio. 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 In audio.
Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to Saeed TV, and this is your Premier League weekend review. And it's not a good one for me, but listen, we are here. We had to face it all up. We got Lee Gunner smiling, sending me messages yesterday. Yeah, ain't easy. Lee, how are you, man? How are you?
I'm very well, man. I'm very well. We're putting the pressure on. The fish still has a bit of life left in it. It's been regurgitated from the shark. It's got a bit of life in it. Yeah, man. I'm good, man. It's 32 degrees outside me. It's roasting. Life's good, man. I know it's hammering down.
I'm telling you, man. It's pissing wet through down here, mate. It's absolutely miserable. The pouring rain. Man, listen, it's not easy around here, man. But LB, what are you telling me, man? Big up to Joe as well. Love, man. What are you saying, LB, man?
Yeah, chilling, man. It ain't 32 degrees here.
Yeah, I tell you that.
Mate, it is grim. It is grim. But yeah, man, just happy you invited me on for the cook. You know what I mean? Because today, Saeed, man, you know what I mean? We need to talk. Well, we need to talk, bro.
Let's
Because
talk.
Something happening. Something happening down at Old Trafford, right? With a certain man, with a certain David de Gea, who, for some reason, there are some United fans out there who still believe, and I cannot honestly believe I'm even saying this. There's still United fans out there that think this is the man to take your club forward in that position. I mean, I've just got to say this, right? And this might come across as a bit brutal. If you're a United fan and you think David de Gea is the future of your goalkeeper, you do not know anything about football. I'm sorry, like the guy can't kick a ball. So you know, that's how you're going to play. So if he can't kick a ball, he has to be exceptional in goal at keeping the ball out. And don't get me wrong, over the last few years, you know what I mean, especially sort of, I would say, especially sort of pre-Ten Hag era, I think he's done a magnificent job for you. But you can't just live in the past, man. You got to look to the future. And this guy is not the future of your football club. And any United fans who are saying that he is, I mean, don't get me wrong, yeah. If he signs a new contract and he stays as your number one goalkeeper, I'm going to be very happy with that because I'll still get a lot more laughs. But I just don't understand how the United fans out there who still think this is the guy who go for. Look at the way that City are playing with Edison. Look at Alisson. Look at even Ramsdale. Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree. I know he's not at the same level on the ball as them two, but David de Gea, mate, is so far behind. It's unbelievable. And I just can't believe there's still United fans out there who still want this guy to be the number one goalkeeper, bro.
Well, I used to be one of them, but we are done now. Me and David de Gea, we're done. I don't even want him to stay, by the way.
You see the light in it? You seen the light, bro?
You know, Toby pressed me, and we'll have a chat today on a Big Six, but Toby pressed me, backup keeper. I said, you know what? Let's stay around just for the sentiment. But now he cannot sign a new deal. And this is where it's on Ten Hag, it's on the football club. That you're going to die on that hill because I ain't going to back you anymore if you're going to do that in terms of that decision. For me, David de Gea needs to go. His time's over now. I've been backing you. You've been a good servant for the football club. No disrespect on my behalf, but it's just time to go, mate. That's all it is. Like, that save there was absolutely horrible. Like, bro, I don't know what his hands were made of there, but that was like jelly.
Horrible, mate.
Spaghetti, innit? It's, bro, spaghetti can hold better than that.
Like Ben Rama had done a back pass. It was literally like a back pass. But you know what the maddest thing is? Like, people are going to dig David de Gea out, and rightly so, yeah, because, listen, he was a good goalkeeper, like a top goalkeeper about 5 years ago, yeah? But this, like you just said, the word sentiment. Keep him around for the vibes, the sentiment. No. This is Man United you're talking about. This ain't some tin pot little club like Tottenham keeping Harry Kane there for vibes. Like, this is big Man United, bro. And you can't be having players that are passengers. But you know what? Yeah, people are rightly digging him out. Yeah, because you can put a whole 10-minute highlight reel together of his errors since he's been at Man United. You probably can't do that. You have a goalkeeper other than maybe Lloris or Fabianski. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? That is not good for Man United. But you know what was more worrying for me? Yeah, because we know David de Gea ain't that great. We know he's finished. We know he's not the top player he used to be, yeah? Why did nobody wipe Ben Rama out? The way he was just walking around people, I was like, somebody just knock him over. Put a foot in.
Knock him over, yeah.
Like,
pull him up, pull him down.
Like, but you know what's crazy, yeah? I want to ask you this question. I might rattle a few Man United fans in the chat, yeah? But I texted you this last night. Yeah, at the start of the season, your target as a Man United fan, most Man United fans, not all, but most that I see online, yeah, we're saying top 4 and win a cup. That'd be a great start for the manager, and then we kick on from there, is what everyone was saying, yeah? If he only wins the League Cup and don't get top 4, would you want him sacked? Because he's ultimately failed.
First of all, it's a failure if you don't make top 4. You know what I mean? That's first and foremost. So we've not achieved the objectives. I'm not going to lie to you. It's one of them situations where I'm going to have to get to that. And maybe I'm sitting on the fence, but right now, my head is not even in that situation.
Bro, because you just...
I'm not going to lie to you. I am. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie to you. I have to think about that till when I get there. But ultimately, there will be severe questions asked. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's
ultimate a failure.
If he don't get top 4, you said he would have failed. Well,
yes, failure. It is.
There needs to be accountability then.
There should be accountability. But if the decision was made, would it be harsh? Of course. But at the same time, if it's a reality, then it's a reality. I'm not calling for his head. I'm not doing that. I will assess it at the end of the season. And the decision to be made, But right now, to even think about when bottling this top 4 when we're 13 points clear.
Hey, that's a bigger part than Arsenal not winning the league for me.
It is. I can't even believe that we're in this situation talking about United potentially even missing out on top 4 now. I've got to say, just put it out there. I don't think they will bottle it. I think they will get top 4. But the fact that we're even speaking about it just shows you, man, that there's still huge problems. And I know it's easy for me to say this, yeah, because obviously I watch my club, every game and that. So I obviously when people give comparison, they often use their own club as an example, right? Because that's who they can compare it to. But United kind of had the blueprint with what they needed to do with Ten Hag by looking at what Guardiola did with City. Because Guardiola come in with City, Ten Hag and Guardiola play a similar style of football. It's possession based. They want to play out from the back. And what was the first thing that Pep Guardiola did? He got rid of Joe Hart, right? Got rid of Joe Hart. And Joe Hart and David de Gea are pretty similar in types of profile of goalkeepers. Very good shot stoppers, both pony on the ball, right? Pep Guardiola knew that he would fail unless he got rid of him. Now he went out and got Bravo, who was good on the ball, but couldn't stop a ball from going in the net. He recognised that and then went and got Edison, right? So I just don't understand. And if I've seen Ten Hag today coming out apparently saying that he wants him to sign a new contract. I've got to say, bro, that for me shows me that Ten Hag is very naive, and it tells me that is this guy actually as good as people think? Because how on earth is he believing that David de Gea is the future of Manchester United? Because he will never be able to play that fluid passing out football from the back with David de Gea out at the back. I just don't get it. I don't get why.
Lewis, same with Luke Shaw, yeah. And this is the maddest thing about Man United, right? All the players that have been part of, well, a big part, and David de Gea and Luke Shaw are probably the two longest serving players there.
Yeah, two longest. They've been him, Moyes and Alex Ferguson.
Along with Rashford as well, although Rashford came through under Van Gaal, yeah. Right. But they've been part of some of the worst defeats in your club's history. They've been part of the longest run in your history without a trophy. Yeah, yes, they've been a part of the reason why you won a trophy this season, but they've been there on monumental cock-ups year in, year out, year in, year out. The fact that Luke Shaw has got another contract, you lot should be rioting. Yeah, and the fact that David de Gea looks like he's about to pen a new deal as well, bro, you lot should be outside. You should be outside now, mate, kicking off. That's a joke.
You know what it is, yeah? Luke Shaw, for me, I was totally against the new contract, by the way. I said, listen, we've got our achievements this year. Nothing's happened. We've won a Carabao Cup, but listen, let's just wait till the end of the season. This football club, you know what? Here's a new contract. Yeah, go and get that. That's what I'm trying to say. The football club is not learning, and my worry with Ten Hag, yeah. And listen, I'll back him as much as I can, but listen, you're going to be on your own if you're giving contracts out to players, if you're backing certain players, if you're keeping certain players at the football club. You're going to be on your own, mate. Like, genuinely. And then it's going to be a lonely place. Like, it's going to be a lonely place. Because at the end of the day, your decisions affect the results. We can say, okay, then, you've given them a season to kind of, bed in. Okay, fair enough. He's trying to patch it all out. But end of the day, next season, when it needs to improve even more, and you're keeping the same players that are still stinking the place out. Martial, I'm sorry. It's not good enough, man. Everyone keeps talking about Martial. He ain't good enough as a striker.
Yeah.
Rashford,
you're right, Saeed. Yeah, you're right. But so for me, because I remember when we did a Mank talk at the beginning of last season, I said I think he should have got rid of David de Gea last summer because for me it was a crucial position, and I think I remember discussing it with you, and I think we kind of come to the consensus that there's probably bigger areas on the pitch that he sort of needs to address. If Ten Hag, listen to this, if Ten Hag gets David de Gea to sign this contract. Every mistake that David de Gea makes next season is not on David de Gea, it's on the manager. Simple as that. Right. So if United fans next season start slagging off David de Gea after a poor mistake, that is they're misdirecting it. That is on the manager. If the manager's coming out and saying, I want David de Gea, I want him to sign a new contract, and he makes a mistake next season, or he kicks the ball out for a throw-in because he can't pass out, he's not got the composure, that's on the manager. But there'll still be fans out there next season going, it's David de Gea. No, it's the manager who wanted him to sign.
That's exactly the same as us with Rob Holding. Yeah, Rob Holding got a new deal under this manager, right? And now he's the reason why we haven't won the title, according to all of our fans. It's Rob Holding's fault. Well,
scapegoat.
Not, is it? Who gave him the new contract? And that's you're right. Absolute nail on the head, Lewis, yeah? Right, the fact is, Martial, I like Martial as a footballer. I think he's a good footballer. Yeah, the problem is he's never fit. And when he is fit, he literally does it once every 5 games.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Not good enough.
If he stayed fit and had a consistent run in the team, you'd see a good Martial. But bro, this project with Martial has gone for 7 years, mate. He was the next Thierry Henry and all that. Like, come on, man. Like, there comes a time where you have to cut ties, man. Yeah, man. I remember Martin Tyler's commentary when he scored his first goal. It was like he had his pants around his ankles with a Vaseline out. Do you know what I mean? It was like, turn it in.
He did.
I think he's got a Ballon d'Or clause or something in his contract.
Yeah, he has.
Come on. Yeah, and the thing is, it's not Martial's fault. Yeah, but at the same time, he's got to do better. Yeah? The chance he missed the other day. Yeah, that chance he missed the other day.
Last night.
Yeah, last night as well. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, yeah. Rashford's another one. Listen, purple patch player. Keep telling people, man. When everyone's getting gassed about Rashford this and Rashford that, purple patch player, bro. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, apart from spamming balls over the top for Rashford, what does he do? What does he actually do? Like he can't run a midfield and dictate a midfield. And listen, I'm not Odegaard's biggest fan, yeah, but when Odegaard's on it, yeah, Odegaard can do that. Yeah, Granit Xhaka can do that. What does Bruno actually bring to your team? Yeah, and the problem is you've got so many fans that lord up these players, no matter what they do. Yeah, the amount of fans that will be sitting there saying, "Yeah, David de Gea, give him the new deal." Why? Yeah, he's been part of the reason you have been crap for 5 years. Yeah, the worst 5 years is the 5 years just gone. Yeah, because the 5 years after Fergie went, you were kind of nicking a trophy here and there. Yeah, like Jose Mourinho, etc. Yeah, Louis van Gaal, bringing Rashford through was cool. It was all great. But the last 5 years until you won that League Cup, you have been absolute garbage, bro.
Yeah.
Like absolute garbage. And the fact is, if you go through your squad, there's probably 6 or 7 of them that have been here pretty much all the way through, maybe more than that have been there all the way through that last 5 years. Rip it all up, throw it in the bin, start again.
Facts. 100%. Dara Sherifat says De Gea out, Mike Mania or Raya in. Big up every time. Big up Junior, my guy, says, big up boys. I agree on the David De Gea critique, but it'll be hard to address the keeper issue in the summer because we've got loads of other issues that need to be prioritized.
I disagree. Yeah,
Don't get the keeper first. Yeah, defenses win titles. Yeah, you can have all your flair players up front, your midfielders. That's great. Yeah, right. You need a proper goalkeeper, mate. And there's millions of goalkeepers on the planet. I'm sure you can find one that's half decent.
The figures as well, Lee.
David Raya, 20 million.
You know what it is with the defense, because obviously United want to play out from the back system. I've seen it firsthand when we had Zach Steffen in goal last season and seasons gone by. Your whole defense starts to fucking crumble because they know that the guy behind him is not good enough on the ball. So they're reluctant to pass in the ball. They're worried when he's got the ball. It just creates an unnatural tension. And I completely disagree with the fact that it's going to be difficult to get him. Get rid of him. Go and get Raya or go and get someone from Spain. Because the thing is, right, you don't. Well, what United fans are going to have to realise is this next goalkeeper is not going to pull off some of the saves that David De Gea would pull off. I know, obviously, I'm funny saying that after what he did yesterday. But you know what I mean? You've seen it time and time again. David De Gea can pull off magnificent saves. The next goalkeeper that comes in probably won't make some of them saves that David De Gea would have done. But what it's... Yeah, exactly. And it's the same with Edison.
Yeah,
it'll make your team better. It'll make your defense more comfortable because they won't be worried about him. I can guarantee you now, right? As soon as your defenders get the ball and maybe they be impressed, they turn around and look at David De Gea. I guarantee they're going, he's going to fuck this up. But they've got no other option, so they have to pass it to him.
And
that's why he kicks it into the
back
stands
as well. Now you've got 2 liabilities there. Yeah,
correct.
Luke, as good as he was,
hopefully he's gone.
Brighton, he was superb against Brighton as centre half. Yeah. Right, but again, why is he playing volleyball? Yeah, get rid of these 3 players immediately. They're the first 3 that should be out of your football club, mate. Like real talk. Harry Maguire, the goalkeeper, and Luke Shaw, they should all be gone. All 3 of them. And the thing is,
I think to be fair, there needs to be a ruthlessness this summer. Big up HD says, Sandeep says, I'd rather my blind uncle at the goal than De Gea. Bloody hell. My uncle is 60 years old, paralyzed. Man is on a wheelchair by the way.
That's heavy, bro.
That's heavy. That's heavy. That's Sandeep.
Being truthful, man. Stevie Wonder would have saved that shot yesterday. Let's be real.
Bro, you would have seen that. The timing, everything. Bro, listen, it's mad. By the way, there's over 1,000 people in here. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're following Lee Gunner's channel, Lee Reacts, and also City Extra, man. You know what I mean? Make sure you're following the man. The links are in the title. Does it have to take you off the TV or whatever you're watching from? Straight subscribe. But I think ultimately, like I said to you, with the situation with the ownership, that's very unclear. You've got the manager who, like I said to you, hopefully is, I don't know, if he's not ruthless in the summer, I do worry about him. And then the players, man, there's a lot to do, man. There's a lot to do. Seriously, there is a lot to do in this squad. The mentality is everything in football, man. People talk about just playing football. We were coasting for 20 minutes, playing some good football, passing. As soon as we went 1 down, the mentality just dropped, man. And that's, for me, very, very alarming. And sometimes, Man City can be 1-0 down, but straight back in it, get a goal, right, heads up, boom, you go again. Like, I feel like that's sometimes underestimated in football, like mentality of the game. Literally. Like,
but where's the big players? Where's the leaders? Where's Bruno? Where's Casemiro? Where's the big players that step up and say, do you know what? Casemiro's won 5 Champions Leagues, bro. Yeah,
but he's drowning in this. He's drowning in this.
He's been infected, bro. He's been
yeah, but
infected.
that's all well and good
United
saying
shit.
he's drowning in that, which is cool. That's great. I understand that. Yeah, look at Maddison. Yeah, look at Maddison's output this season. That team are dog shit, bro. Yeah, that's why they're down the bottom of the table. But guess what? He's still performing. He's still. I know he missed a penalty the other day. Yeah, but he's still getting his volume of goals that he'd get in normal seasons. He's still getting his assists. He's still doing the things that he'd do even if they were flying and up in 4th or 5th. Yeah, so Casemiro needs to do more, bro. Yeah, he was brought in to be this leader, and he was brilliant for the first part. Yeah, but now it's almost like he's looking around.
Red card.
Yeah, it's almost like he's thinking like, this lot of shit. Why have I come?
Yeah, I think you're right, Lee. I think honestly, I think United, the large majority of the players, I think they're a bunch of losers, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of these players have not won a lot. You know, get a lot of praise. Look at Rashford, man. Everyone praises him, but Lee's spot on. He's an informed player. He's never consistently performed. You got a load of players in that team that need to go. They are not good enough. And Saeed, you're right in what you said a minute ago. United and Ten Hag this season need to be ruthless. There's a lot of players in that team that are a bunch of losers, man. That, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have it anywhere near my dressing room at Manchester City. Get rid and get them in. And yeah, you know what? It's going to be a big job. But everyone knew it was going to be a big job. Ten Hag knew it was going to be a big job. Their board knew it was going to be. They should have been focusing on this months ago. David de Gea gone. Luke Shaw gone. McTominay gone. You know what I mean? All these players, Martial gone, and then start again. Get 4 or 5 quality players that are not losers, and get them into this team, and then get them going on the right way. But you know, it's not a surprise that the United's board and United manager should identify. Because to be honest with you, Saeed, Ten Hag should have identified this before he even stepped foot in Old Trafford. It wasn't difficult.
But you know what, Lewis? Here, we see after the 7-0, yeah, there was no repercussions whatsoever. Same 11 started the next game. Yeah, that told me, and I said this to you, Saeed, and I said it's a rants as well. That told me everything I need to know about that manager. Yeah, he went way down in my estimations. You've just been pammed 7-0 by Liverpool,
and you give it the same team
to start the next game. Yeah, and I said to you, it should roll. Bruno or Luke Shaw or somebody should not be playing again for Man United. Instead, Luke Shaw gets a new contract. Why? Why is Bruno?
I feel like he wants to go down. It's almost as if he wants to go down with them. I'm like, bro, like, are you all right?
Yeah,
like,
this is the thing that you've had, yeah. Like, and Arsenal have had it as well. They're just puppets to the board. They can't come out and slag the club off because they'll get sacked. We see that with Antonio Conte. Yeah. So he's not gonna want to ruin his reputation by slagging the club off. But he ain't happy. You know he ain't happy, and he's looking at them players. Thinking, I've got to play McTominay, or I've got to play Harry Maguire. I've got to play this. Yeah, and the thing is, when he came into that football club and he said Harry Maguire's a good footballer and he will be still captain, right? Well, sorry, mate. No, I'm the manager here. You'll do as you're told. You're not my captain. He is. Yeah. This is what winds me up with Arsenal and Man United at times. Yeah. Listen, like, fair play, Odegaard's captain. I don't think he's a captain. I don't think he's got the leadership qualities and all that. But to be fair, his performances on the pitch this season have showed leadership. Yeah, but he's not a vocal leader. Yeah, that's more Granit Xhaka and players like that, yeah? But when you look at Man United, right, and Arteta did that, Arteta said, no, this is my captain. Odegaard's my captain going forward and this and this. Boom, done. Right? We had like a leadership group. Like, what's that all about? Big up Emery, right? But he's Man United, and he said, no, he's still the captain. Why? You're not establishing any sort of control at all. Yeah, and all you're doing is benching him. Then you have the whole debacle with Ronaldo. Yeah, because he goes and does an interview and slags everyone off. Yeah, look how quick you got rid of one of the highest paid players on the planet. Yeah, you got rid of him just like that, bro. So how can't you get rid of Maguire? How can't you get rid of Shaw, Martial, Rashford, or any McTominay?
The summer. This is the summer. If you don't do it this summer,
rid of him in January, bro, just rip the contract.
You know what it is as well, and big up to Football Heritage winning when it doesn't matter. Arsenal in a nutshell. This is here though as well. AJ, the issue is how many sellable players do we have? I get it. We can rip up the contract, but ultimately, the football club want to have some money.
Martial, yeah, Harry Maguire, you'll get something. Yeah, somebody will buy Harry Maguire. That ain't even a joke.
Yeah, Maguire is probably the most sellable asset because he's England and
Sheffield United, something like that. He could go to Burnley.
Martial, how much are you getting for Martial? He's on 200 grand a week. He's hardly plays. How much are you getting for him?
How many years has he got left on his contract?
He's got about 2 years, I think. Let me see.
You'll get about 30 mil for him. Somebody will pay 30 mil, 100%. McTominay, you'll get about 25 mil. Somebody will pay it, bro.
2024 with an extra year.
Yeah,
Which
Harry
again,
Maguire, you'll still get about 30, 35 mil for somebody to pay it. Yes, all of a sudden you've sold them 3 players and you've got nearly 100 mil. Yeah, now the goalkeeper, get rid of him. Yeah, you get another 10 mil, 15 mil for him, let's say. All of a sudden you have got 100 mil. Now add that to what you were going to spend anyway. And Lewis said it earlier, you need a goalkeeper, a centre-back, a midfielder, an attacking mid, and a striker. That's the whole spine.
Whole spine. Start again. Strip it and start again. That's what Lee's saying. And that's what I want as well. I'm not going to lie to you.
But bro, people have this perception in their head that you can't do it in one window. You can. Atletico Madrid 15 players the other season and won the league. Yeah. Inter bought 17 under Conte in the first season and won the league the second season. You can do it, bro. Look how many players Nottingham Forest signed in the summer. Yeah, they're doing it at a lower scale and they're not doing it at the value of signings that you're buying. Yeah, but you can go and get rid of players.
Ragnick said it though. Ragnick said it. He said open heart surgery.
You bought 3 or 4 players that are any good. Yeah, you bought Lissandro, you bought Varane. Yeah, you bought what's his name? Casemiro. Who else did you buy? The left back. He's not too bad.
Yeah, Anthony.
You bought Anthony. I'm still not convinced by him, bro.
No, I'm not either.
Yeah, not convinced by him. When he was trying to chest Lewis Dunk the other day, I was in tears, mate. Lewis Dunk.
Oh, I don't know what he was thinking.
Like a little flyer just hit him. Like, get off me. I don't know. And when the chips are down, bro. When the chips are down, you see which players step up and actually want it. Yeah, Sancho disappears. Martial disappears. Rashford disappears. Like when it really.
I hate that though.
And you
because they're losers though, Lee. That's what I'm saying. They're losers, bro. You know what I mean? They've not got winning mentality. They ain't got winning mentality. These players. You know what I mean? They've never.
Have you got white Air Forces, LB? Have you got white Air Forces? Have you got white trainers?
Yeah, I got some white trainers, bro. I think.
Yeah. So basically, you know these white trainers that you have. Normally, you don't want no mud to go on it. You don't want no crease to go on it. That's how Sancho plays. He plays like he doesn't want no dirt to go on it. He doesn't want every 50-50, he bottles it. Every single situation there is, he bottles it, man. Again, you need some players that actually want to get stuck. Bernardo Silva and all these players, they want to get stuck in, they want to have it, and they want it more. Sometimes you've got to want it more. And then the quality is there with Sancho. Nobody's denying that. But it's the other side of his game that is lacking. And that's the difference.
But this is what I'm saying. Like they're losers, bro. They can't go through the rough times, man. You know what I'm saying? Like getting beat 7-0 off Liverpool. Like you go 2 or 3-0 down and you say, lads, let's lock this off. It's going to be grim last 30 minutes, but let's lock it off. Now they're losers. They don't want to fight. Look now, a little bit of pressure going on them into a top 4 race, and all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Form's in the mud, 2 wins in 5 or something like that.
Quick question. Are Man United going to bottle this top 4? Lee, I'll start with you.
Oh, I need to look at the fixtures, bro. I need to look at the fixtures. Let me look at.
Let me look at the fixtures here.
I'll tell you what, they are 1 point behind you. You know.
I know with a game in hand, though. With a game in hand, but again, I don't care about games.
Doesn't matter about games in hand. They've got the momentum. Mate. 6 straight wins. 6 straight wins. Liverpool, the most they've had all season. I think you might bottle it. I can't lie. Yeah, but I need to see the fixtures.
I don't think they will. Look at the fixtures, bro. The fixtures are.
Let me get it for you. And by the way, let me just read the super chat here as well. Love Ten Hag, but does doing things like playing the horse in the 10 and Bruno on the wing when it's proven to be dog shit, constantly making teams fight back relegation. Looks decent, but it's embarrassing. You know what? That yesterday bringing on that's a sackable event.
That's like Mason Mount going up front under Potter. Bro, look at Man United, and then compare that to Liverpool's. Liverpool's last 3 fixtures: Leicester away, Villa at home, Southampton away. You'd expect him to win all of them. Maybe Villa's the tricky one, but you'd expect him to beat the other 2.
Bro, you know what it is, though?
Wolves are a bogey team for you lot, bro.
Wolves are a bogey team. The thing is, I always say, the mentality to win when you have to is different when you need to, or you kind of. Okay, we're 13 points behind. Yeah. And who's the proven that?
Yeah.
Arsenal.
And this is
when
why
you have to win.
Players like Ward Prowse and say, oh, he's the best free kick taker in the world. No, he ain't. He's never took one under pressure. Yeah, put him in a Champions League semi-final when he has to score. Put him in that position against Greece where Beckham had to score that to qualify us. Yeah? Would he still be banging him in so easy? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. He's never taken a pressure free kick in his life. That's mad. But look at your fixtures, bro. I'm telling you right now, Mitrovic is back for that last game as well, by the way. Yeah, after his suspension, he's back for that, and he'll be fired up after getting sent off.
I know. After last time,
how many points you need then, Saeed, from these last 4
I
games?
think we need 7. I think we need 7. I think it is. But listen,
I think you do it, man.
I'm not doing the away games, by the way. I'm not doing the away games. That one I couldn't care less. Bournemouth, I think we'll draw or lose. Wolves, I can't lie to you. I think it might be a draw. Chelsea,
Bogey team.
I think we'll win against Chelsea. Is it 9 points? Oh my God. I got it wrong, the calculator. Even my head's gone. I need 9. Oh my God.
You need to win 3 out of them 4. And let's be real, yeah. You've lost 2 out of the last 2. Yeah, you're not in good form.
Liverpool are winning their games, guys. Let me show you Liverpool's fixtures. Liverpool are winning all their games. I don't care what anybody says. They're winning all their games.
The only game that's a bit iffy is Unai Emery with Villa because they're doing all right.
But they've kind of gone on the beach now a little bit.
Yeah.
They've kind of gone on the beach a little bit.
Well, maybe they can still qualify for Europa League. So maybe Unai's
They
going
can.
to rally him. I don't know. But if I was a betting man, I'd bet Liverpool to win all 3 of them.
Easy. They're at homely as well. I know they're not been great at home. And then Southampton, they're winning all their games. It's Man United that might cock it up. And I'm 50-50 on that. They might cock it up. So
Listen, if you don't get top 4, man,
disgrace.
bro, if you don't get top 4, man, honestly, like,
if you don't get top 4, you have to sack him.
You do have to ask questions about it, because for me, you have to ask questions about him anyway, because I think his signings in the summer, is some of his decision making on, like you said, up Maguire, Luke Shaw new contract. This news coming out that he's going to give David de Gea a new contract, and then for him to, if he does bottle top 4, I think you have to try, because this is why football fans, man, so fickle. It was only a couple of weeks ago. Everyone was talking about Ten Hag as the next best thing. You'd won the Carabao Cup. You guys were cruising to the top 4. And then boom, a couple of weeks later, we're looking at it now going, you might not get it. Now, listen, I think you will get it, man, because I just think that, like, surely you have to get it. You can't bottle it that bad. But if he doesn't, questions have to be asked.
Questions. Major questions.
You can't, because people will be like, nah, you're overreacting. How is anyone overreacting? You know what I mean? You had the top 4 in your hands. You spent all this money.
We had it all in our hands.
And for not to get it, it's crazy, man.
Mate,
Yeah,
so seriously,
100%.
real talk, yeah? You're one of the biggest clubs on the planet, Saeed. Right?
Yeah.
You're one of the biggest clubs on the planet. Yeah, when anyone speaks of Man United, yeah, they can banter you, they can take the piss out of you. But look at your trophy haul, man. Look at your history, your tradition. Yeah, trebles, like three-peats, stuff like that. Like them, and I know Fergie put you on the map here, but like put you right up on the map. But you're already a big club, but he put you right up their Premier League era anyway. Yeah, if he don't get top 4, you should be sacking him regardless of that Carabao Cup. Yeah, if this was, I watched Real Madrid the other night, bro, who are arguably the biggest club on the planet. You could argue maybe Man United are, Barca, whatever, Bayern Munich, whatever. Yeah, right. He won that cup the other night. If he loses to Man City, he's probably getting sacked.
You probably get. I know.
And he still won the cup, and he's completed the whole 6. He's won every trophy in 12 months, bro. It's in since last season to now. Ancelotti has won every single one of them trophies you can win, 6 out of 6. Yeah, and they're still probably going to sack him if he don't retain the Champions League because they're 3rd in the league. They're behind Atletico. Yeah, that's how big clubs act. Man United ain't got a ruthless streak in them. Arsenal ain't got the ruthless streak in them because ultimately, if we don't,
haven't. No, that's the reality, though.
If you don't get top 4, he should be sacked. That's how massive football clubs work. Yeah, but it's all too nicey. And the PR would be spun by Neil Ashton for you lot, be spun by Charles Watson-Ornstein for us lot, that we're ahead of schedule, we're in phase 3 and all that. Ultimately, it's a load of BS, bro. Yeah, you're a massive football club. If you don't get top 4, you should be binned.
Yeah, that's the reality.
Especially with the players that you've got, bro. You've got,
Mate,
you've got a bunch of losers in there. But you do have the likes of Varane. You do have Casemiro. You know what I mean? You've got. I know David de Gea. I think he should go, but he's still an all right goalkeeper. Like in terms of, he's not the shittest goalkeeper in the world. Like you've got good players in there, and he spent a lot of money, but he doesn't get top 4. That is a massive failure. And then to top it off with these signings, these contract renewals, and it looks like United are not going to be ruthless in the summer. It's just like, yo, does this guy actually recognize the problems? Because these problems have not been problems this year only. They've probably been problems for the last 4 or 5 years, in the truth. And this is why I'm saying in the summer.
Since Fergie left, man. Fergie was patching it up under the Glazers, man. And then obviously he kind of won the last trophy. It's been patching up So now it's just in its absolute entirety. And like I said, the ownership situation is looking bleak. But listen, I don't want to carry on with United all week.
Let's carry on with United. Come on, let's carry on.
It is a nice
I wish,
conversation.
but this is too much. This is too much. I want to concentrate on the title race.
You
And
must.
by the way,
you must get top 4. You must.
Listen, we must.
You're getting
We
savage on Big Six, bro. I can't lie. You need to go with the belly on.
Oh man, listen, I don't know, my Big Six. I'm about to find it, man. But guys, 1.4K in here, and it's not even about 500 likes, which is a bit of a disgrace. You get me? Like, guys, like the video, bottom right hand corner. Make sure you do that. Helps the algorithm, and it's a good show, man. Like I said to you, I look forward to this show, win or lose. So yeah, man, big up to everyone. But listen, title race. Let's talk about Arsenal first. You back in it, Lee? Are you feeling the vibes? Is the fish ready to come out and play? What's going on?
The shark
Big
has
win, you know,
regurgitated
big
the fish,
win.
bro. Yeah, it's regurgitated the fish, that big blue shark. I see Big Steve and Daps and that. They've taken blow up sharks to Madrid, the joke.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Well, listen, like, I didn't think we'd win another game after we lost to Man City. I said, that's it. If we get battered by them, it's done, it's finished, and we'll fold. Yeah, and we'll roll over and we'll probably not win a game. Yeah, but the Chelsea game wasn't a statement to me because they're crap. Yeah, a statement win would have been a 5 or 6. Yeah, we were brilliant for about 35 minutes in that Chelsea game. Took them apart, man. And then after that, I get it. I kind of get it because we had a big game away to Newcastle, so they were kind of reserving their energy a little bit. So I get it. But the first 10 minutes at Newcastle, bro, I was bricking it. They hit the post, they had a penalty overturned. Yeah, and we scored against the run of play. Lovely goal from Odegaard. Yeah, he actually turned up this year.
Lovely goal. That was a nice little.
He disappeared. But this year he said, no, do you know what? I'm having it. I'm having it this year. And I think he's got 15 in the league now or 14 in the league, something like that. Yeah, and he's flying. But after that, they had a couple of chances. Joe Willock, what a save from Ramsdale. Wilson was in, Ramsdale swiping it away. Like, for a neutral, that was a really good game, I'd imagine. Yeah, because that could have been genuinely over the course of play. Isak hit the post, we hit the bar. You know, like, that probably could have been a 4-3.
It could have swung, because the first 10 minutes you got rattled.
Mate, do you know what, though? The one thing I'll say here is, like, we did get rattled. Yeah, and we scored against the run of play, and that deflated them for about 5-10 minutes. And then they come back again. Willock had the chance in that. But to keep a clean sheet and to beat Newcastle at Newcastle, especially this season, I think only Liverpool have done it. Yeah, like, I think Man City were 3-1 down at one point and then come back to 3-3 at St James Park. And listen, they're a good team, man. They were making it a war as well. They were getting so physical. Yeah, Granit Xhaka's head nearly went at half time, and I was like, get him off.
Yeah. How about the Anfield game? You know, when he got the crowd up?
He came out in the second half, yeah, and that was probably his best half of football I've ever seen him play. He was everywhere, man. That slide tackle on Joe Willock was insane, man, because I thought that was nailed on goal. That would have been an equaliser. My left back came on, the Passion Merchant. Yeah, face planted, penalty spot on that. That was hilarious, man. I can't lie. Just face planted. It's like, what are you doing? But yeah, my left back came on, was involved in the second goal, the killer goal. Like, intercepted the ball, gave it Jesus round the corner to Martinelli. So yeah, man, listen, I'm happy, but I don't know, man. Listen, Man City are flying. They got Madrid tomorrow. I know how Madrid are. I've watched them all season. Like, they were not good against Osasuna the other night. Don't let that win fool you, man. They were not very good against Osasuna the other night in the cup final. Yeah, but this is the Champions League, man. And Man City, if they get a result, and the way he's been running his team this season, especially since them charges have come in, you got Mahrez sat on the bench. He comes in, scores a hat trick. He's then on the bench again. It's like, to be able to have that level and to be able to do that, and the players not get the ump. Yeah, that's a special type of character, and he's got that mentality elite. Whereas I see with us, Bukayo Saka, I don't think was great at all yesterday again. Yeah, like, you know, I thought that Zinchenko was poor again, but we both know, we all know they're going to start the next game. They're going to start against Brighton at the weekend. Like, and it's like, play Tierney now, man. Play Tierney, put Tierney in there. You know, the fact that Jorginho came in, I thought he was superb. Like Thomas Partey, I don't know what's gone on with him recently. Yeah, but
yeah, man, Partey, I don't know what's going on.
Mate, X said it.
Jorginho was unbelievable. Jorginho was.
That's what it is. Thomas family gathering. It ain't a party, bruv. It's a family gathering. Yeah, but Jorginho was sick, man. He was really, really good. Yeah, but the thing for me is, like, it's almost like Arteta learns after the mistake. Like, so for me, I class a mistake. Like, if you do something wrong twice, that's a mistake. If you do it wrong once, that's not a mistake. It's just whatever. But if you do it again, when you know that this is what you should be doing and you've done it again, that's then now it's a mistake for me, yeah? And the fact that he kept playing the same players week in, week out over that little run where we blipped, mistake, man. And it's almost like he learns after it's too late. Yeah, it's like you should have been dropping this player. Where's Trossard? Why didn't Trossard start any of these games? Trossard was our player of the month for March. We didn't see him at all in April.
Facts.
Yeah, he was on the bench again yesterday, and it's like, you know, you can play Jesus on the right and give Saka a bench, sit him on the bench, bring him on for 20 minutes at the end. You can play Jesus there. He did it for Man City. You can put Trossard up front. You can keep Nelly on the left wing. But it's almost like he learns after it's too late. Yeah, and he did
when it's comfortable. When it's comfortable as well. I think
the thing was going to Newcastle. Yeah, I didn't expect us to win. I thought we'd lose 3-1. Yeah, and listen, on another day we could have lost 3-1. Yeah, we could have also won 3 or 4-1. It was a weird game, man.
I predicted it, man. I knew the game would go like that. It reminded me a little bit of the Carabao Cup final, where like Newcastle, you know what I mean, look good, but ultimately not clinical enough. And Arsenal had so much space going forward on sort of counter attacks, and once they dispossessed Newcastle, that it was only ever going to end up one way. And so it wasn't really a surprise to me that Newcastle just weren't clinical, man. They had got in some good positions. Some of their final balls into the box was super poor, and Arsenal
they had
just
some very good opportunities in that game, man. Some very good opportunities.
100%, and even the one that you mentioned, Lee,
the match, he actually officially got man of the match, I think, Ramsdale, and probably rightly so.
Yeah, even the one. Do you remember when I think it was Isak pulled it back? And I think it was Willock, and he needed to hit the ball first time, man, and he just delayed it a half second. Guy got across. I don't know who it was, Xhaka,
last ditch,
and took him out. And I was like,
man, because Xhaka did that in the first half as well. I can't remember who it was on in the first half, but he did one in the first half, and I was like, I've seen him go in like that with his studs up, 2-footed. Yeah, because he was off the floor a little bit. I've seen him do that against Tottenham and wipe Son straight out. So the fact that he actually did that in the first half and the second half and stopped goals both times. Yeah, I was like, boy, he was quality, mate. And for me, he was man of the match, Xhaka. Yeah, I thought he was absolutely insane.
I thought Jorginho was one of the match for me. And again, this myth that he can't play in high pressure moments and high intensity games. That midfield is box to box of Jolin, and you've got Bruno Gomes who can tick. He looked like he was oozing there. And Kivior as well.
Bruno was awful.
Bruno was awful.
Huh?
Bruno was awful. The Bruno Gomes for
mate, he was shocking. Mate, do you know what's mad, Jay? It's like that. This Kivior, is right-footed. Left-footed. So this myth that you can only play a right-footed centre-back at right centre-back has just been blown out the water, because that guy for 2 games has been superb. Yeah, and he's playing without his strong foot on that side. What a load of cobblers!
That is the biggest.
Bold and Keown, mate. Yeah. Does anyone know what footed they were?
Nah, it's a load of bullshit. It's a load of bullshit, man. I was caught it weeks ago. When they were playing him. I said, just put Kivior in, man, and people were like, "Nah, I can't do it because they're both left-footed."
People go on about this inverted fullback and inverted wingers and all of that. Yeah, why can't you have an inverted centre back then, who's playing on his wrong side? Why is it different for a centre back? Like, it's true, though, isn't it?
It's just a load of nonsense, man. It's not like these guys have not like me and you. When I go play football, my left foot is terrible. You know, these are Premier League footballers. Okay, there's probably a slight decline.
I'm a Van Persie, bro. I'm a lefty.
You're lefty. Are you lefty? I actually didn't know that. You know, that's mad.
I'm right-handed, but left-footed. My right foot's not bad, but my left's got the power and the precision.
Van Persie, yeah.
I'm not a good footballer, though, man. That's why but you know what? Yeah, like, I look at the next 3 games and I think, I don't know, man. Listen, if we win all 3, we end on 90 points.
Let's see your fixtures.
Just coming back to Kivior, yeah? Like, when we was at Anfield, he brought on Kivior in the second half when we were 2-1 up, getting run all over in midfield. And he brings Kivior on. Well, that was the game where you bring Jorginho in. Yeah, we brought him for that. That was the biggest game of the season at that point. You bring him in for that. Yeah, and he didn't. And again, he's now learned after the event that actually we should drop Partey and put him in, or we should put this sub on instead of that sub. It's like, I just don't see City losing another game. Like, the only hope I have is Brighton and Brentford away, mate. Yeah, but listen, Man City were losing 2-0 to Villa last season on the last day. Yeah, and all of a sudden, they get that second wind, and they know what it takes to cross the line, mate. We don't.
You've got Brighton, which again will be a tough game. Won't be easy. I don't think you're going to win that game. I think there'll be a draw this game. Forest will win.
If we drop any more points, it's completely over. But if we had beaten Liverpool, which we should have done 2-0 up, West Ham, which we should have done 2-0 up, and the team that we're rooted bottom of the league, yeah, we'd be 5 points clear now, and they'd have a game in hand.
Yeah.
And then I'll be sitting there going, right, title's coming, mate. Yeah, instead I'm sitting here like, what could have been? Yeah, it's so jarring,
what
man.
could have been?
Forget the City game. Them 3 games, bro. Them 3 games, it's like all you had to do is just be clinical, keep your heads, and just manage the game properly. 3 games, that's it. Would have won the title.
Yeah, facts. Listen, I don't know. Opposite corner, man. Are you worried? Are you still, obviously, before we go into your team, LB, are you worried a little bit? Or are you still, you're not convinced by Arsenal still?
At the end of the day, you have to be slightly concerned because, they're 1 point behind us, isn't it? With a few games to go, you can't afford to make mistakes. But I've said this for weeks, in the sense that I think after the Brighton game, after this weekend, or maybe even after the weekend just gone, this weekend here, I think that the tide still with Manchester City, but you could see maybe some people now shifting because look at our fixtures that we've got now. We've got Everton away. Tricky. Now, our record, I don't know where this myths come from that City have got a poor record against Everton. We've won the last 11 games against them. So, there was...
Got a better record against us, didn't you?
I don't. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Funny enough.
12 straight wins against us, mate.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of a weird one, but they're fighting for their lives. Goodison can be a difficult place to go. Obviously, they've done Arsenal earlier in the season, and it's in between the 2 Real Madrid games. Then you've got Chelsea at home. I actually think genuinely out of the 4 games left, Chelsea at home's our easiest game. Genuinely think that. I think we'll beat them. Then we've got to go away to Brighton and Brentford. So for me, I think if Arsenal win all the games, we need 8 points. So I'm looking for a win at Goodison, a win at Chelsea, draw your final 2 games, you win on goal difference.
So you need 8 points to win the title.
We need 8 points because we'll win it on goal difference because our goal difference is plus 14.
Yeah, mate, your goal difference in the last couple of weeks has just doubled, just like that. It was plus 7.
And you've got Real Madrid in there as well. You've got Real Madrid in there as well, man. That's
they played them tomorrow, man. Yeah, they played them
tomorrow. Yeah.
Listen, they'll dispatch Everton, no problem, man.
Yeah,
they'll dispatch them. Chelsea, I think they'll beat them. Yeah, they're the 2 that I'm kind of thinking.
But we don't need to win the games, though, Lee. That's the good thing going into those games. We can go into, if we win our next 2 games, we go into them 2 games, so we don't even need to win. We don't even need to win them. Yeah, we can draw them. But if we beat Everton and Chelsea, we need 8 points. If we get 8, if Arsenal win their next 3 games, City need 8 points, and then we'll win it on goal difference, right? Unless Arsenal do a mad goal swing, which is not going to happen. So we could go into Brighton away, going. We just need to not fuck up. And whilst Brighton are a sick team, we can all agree that in front of goal they're a bit pony, right? So actually,
we should have been 3-0 up. We should have been 3-0 up in the first half.
Yeah. So it's actually not the worst team in the world to play in that sense because they're not a very good goal scoring team.
You know how they're going to play, and that'll play right into your hands because they're going to have a go, which will leave massive gaps for Mahrez, Foden, Grealish, whoever plays on the wings. Yeah, and when you've got the robot up front, man, if you're leaving gaps, it's game over. Yeah, I think you'll beat Brighton. I think your hardest game out of the lot is Brentford. Brentford away. They've already beaten you this season as well. But them saying that, it depends. It depends what they're fighting for. They might.
I think Everton, Lee. I think Everton's the hardest one, man. It's because it's. I know we've got 5 days after the Real Madrid game, so we do have a rest period. But I think going there, man. Just after an away day European tie against Real Madrid, against a team that's fighting for points, that for me is the trickiest. I think if we get through Everton, like I say, for me, I think on the day, of course, Chelsea can do something. They've got good players. On the day, they can turn up, but they've got no real reason to turn up. They're not going to be going out there going, "Fucking come on, lads, let's do it." They're on the beaches now. They got the 40 points. I think we'll dispatch them. And then to go into your final 2 games, knowing that you can win one to win the league or draw both games, I think that's a great position to be in. So for me, it's getting through that Everton game at the weekend. That for me is the one that you win that. Yeah, I think we'll go on and do it, man. And of course, we win that. Arsenal play after that against Brighton, so they'll be going into that knowing that they need to win the game. So yeah, man. But
that'll be a massive game for me. Brighton's going to be. I just can't see like Brighton will cause some problems again. Like I said to you, I don't know if Fingy's back, the other striker, but Danny Welbeck will want to prove something as well. Pascal Gross should be back as well. He was out for a United game. So let's see, man. Let's see. But LB, you just about managed to scrape over Leeds. Your stream off. It was all kicking off, man. Like it was mad.
Mate,
like honestly,
My
I don't
stream
think
was
it's
a my stream was a joke, man. Doing a watch along and then we had a power cut on the 80th minute. It was crazy. I'm on there. I'm doing a read along on my phone, and people are telling me that there's a penalty.
A read along.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
crazy. It was a mad.
Hey, how comes Big Sam's Leeds United just didn't roll over at 2-0 down and get battered like we do every year? How is that even possible?
Yeah, he was probably buzzing. He was probably buzzing with that result. I can't lie, because
Fulham the other week, Fulham got an equaliser, and then like we're in the game until the death. Like, how comes Fulham and Leeds don't just roll over and get their tummies rubbed? Like, it's mad.
It's mad.
Like, they even stopped the robot scoring. He didn't score his goal, did he? Gundogan master.
he had a shocker. Yeah.
What was wrong with him yesterday?
Gundogan, when it comes to these last 5, 6, 7 games of the season, that guy is class, man. He is so,
Bro.
and he did it last year to win you the title, didn't he? On the last day of the season, like the guy is such a good footballer.
He's
man.
unbelievable.
I
I mean,
say that Barca are linked to him, but you want to keep hold of him. But listen, man.
well, we're doing this weird thing, Lee, where he wants a 2-year contract because of he's just had a baby, so you don't want to be messing around. City are only offering him a 1-year contract, whereas Barca are giving him a 2. And I just don't get why City wouldn't offer him a 2-year contract. He's only 32. You know what I mean? It's not like he's well
I
off.
thought he was 35. Wow.
No, he's 32, bro. He's 33 in October. So just offer him a 2-year contract, man. You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, they only want to offer him a 1-year deal, which I just think is proper dumb. Now, given the Bellingham news that's been coming out recently, and that, it looks like he might be off to Real Madrid, maybe they will go, you know what, actually, fuck it, let's just give him a 2-year contract. But why they would even be debating this anyway is wild. He's a fantastic player. He can play in the 6. People forget he played in the 6 the year that we did the Centurions. He was a DM.
He was a DM, I know.
He can go forward. He can score goals,
He's
Mr.
so
Whippy.
complete, he could do everything. Like AJ says there.
That super chat, yeah, he's spot on, man. Big up AJ with a super chat.
Him and
Gundogan is the most
Bernardo
complete
Silva
midfielder.
literally play anywhere on the football pitch and still look amazing.
Yeah.
You can play them at right back, left back. Like,
Yeah.
they still look good. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's just some footballers that just, and the thing is, they've never relied on pace, either of them two players, yeah. But their technical ability is just light years clear of most players on the planet. Yeah, they're so good, man.
Gundogan's so smart, man. You know what I mean? You can see that the decisions that he makes are like perfect and that. So he's a great player. But yeah, it was a bit of a hectic ending. Didn't agree with the penalty situation. In fact, it's funny, right? Because this happened a couple of weeks ago. We was a couple of goals up, and Haaland let Mahrez take the penalty. And I said on the watch along at the time, I said, this is fucking stupid, man. This is a professional sport. You know what I mean? This isn't, help your mate get a goal. Now, he scored that day, and I still wasn't happy. I remember people in the chat on I watch along saying, LB scored, stop complaining, stop moaning. I said, no, because that could have gone a different way, and it's not professional. I don't mind it when you've got a 3-goal gap. That's my rule. If you've got a 3-goal gap, yeah, so you're 3-0 up, 4-1 up. I don't mind it, yeah, because realistically, that should be done, yeah. 2-0, we've all been watching football long enough to know 2-0, man, anything can happen. And
mate, the reson we've bottled the title is we were 2-0 up to us and didn't.
Well, exactly. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with it, man. I wasn't happy with that. Haaland should be on the penalties, man. And that was a joke. And luckily now, it didn't cost us, and I think that going forward, that won't happen again. But yeah, that was the only sign of like bit of dumbness there.
Bit of something. Big up Chike, my guy. He says, what's the Champions League will be Lee, Saeed and Lewis? I really think it will be City versus AC Milan, since the final will be on my birthday and my brother is an AC Milan fan and I may be in Cali on that weekend, gents. Bro, I think
Madrid AC Milan.
Leao is out though. Leao might be out though, Lee. He went off injured this weekend, so he might not be.
Bro, they still got Olivier Giroud, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? They still got Ben Acker in
Leao's the
midfield.
guy, man.
They've still got the bad boy goalkeeper in goal. Yeah, and listen, they've got the history and tradition. And listen,
Lukaku's on form. Lukaku's on form. You see that? Scored again. Yeah.
But listen, Lacazette scored 4 yesterday, bro. Like, it don't mean nothing.
Bro, bring him back. Better than Jesus.
Right, maybe you should sign him.
Maybe.
But I just think Man City, like you can't underestimate the history and tradition of these clubs in this competition. And AC Milan and Real Madrid, football heritage. Yeah, I think that's going to be the final, mate. They know how to get there, even though it's different players, different managers.
I think we do it this year.
There's something about them. It's like when Arsenal play Man City, the whole build-up all week is Arsenal haven't beaten City in the league in the last X amount of games. when we play Tottenham at home, Tottenham are sitting watching Sky Sports going, oh, well, Arsenal have beaten Tottenham in their last 20 games or whatever at the Emirates. Yeah, and that plays in the players' heads, man.
I think we do it, you know. I think we win it, man. I think we win a champs this year.
I tipped you to win it at the start of the season. And listen, you're in form. You're playing great. Real Madrid ain't. They're not doing that good at all, mate. They lost to Real Sociedad the other night. They've lost to Mallorca, Girona, Cadiz. They've lost to everyone this season. Villarreal. Yeah, they've been shocking. Yeah, but then they come in that Champions League and it's like, right, we're winning our cup again. Yeah, I just reckon this year, though, Lee, I reckon like last year we were a better team. Last year we were a better team than them. We should have gone through last year. We crumbled in the last few minutes. I think this year, man. Yeah, I mean we're a different team in that Champions League. We're not conceding goals. You look at all the Champions League under Pep Guardiola. We conceded so many goals every year. This year we're not conceding goals, man. You know what I mean? We scored one against Leipzig. We conceded a penalty against Bayern, which wasn't even a penalty in my view. Yeah, I mean, we're doing really well. And we're a different team. We're playing different. We're a bit more conservative. We're letting them have the ball. And I said to you on a previous stream, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo, after that Bayern Munich game, come out and said they've learned that they don't need to have the ball for the whole game. They don't need to be on the edge of the opposition's penalty area for the whole game. In the Champions League, you have to not have the ball. You have to defend. And the thing is, this year we are defending. We're defending well. So I think this is the year, man, that we do it. Haaland up front, roll back the firmware to last week, get rid of that firmware from Saturday, man, because that was stinky. And I reckon this is the year, man. We're going to win it.
It ain't easy. Imagine United bottom top 4 and City win the treble and the three-peat. That's going to... I'm not even... my phone's off. Like, I don't know anyone. But listen, people, we're going to wrap up here. Big up to Facts Only. Brighton won possession battle against both City and Arsenal in the first meeting. Let that sink in. Yeah, absolutely.
We slapped Brighton at the start of the season, man. Absolutely battered them, but that was Potter's Brighton. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, Brighton are a good team. They play good football. If they had a finisher up front, mate, they'd probably be battling for top 4.
Yeah, facts, 100%. There's some games on today, by the way, and like I said, I don't know why. It's a bit of a weird one. There's a 3 p.m.
holiday, bro, because some billionaire had a crown put on his head, mate.
Yeah. Shout out to people fans.
Nudge everything back, you know what I mean?
Junior says, big up LB, but heritage and history is under threat and we can't allow this to take place. Don Carlo could do something for me.
Yeah, come on. Big up Don Carlo, man. Don Carlito. He's doing it again, bro. He's doing it again.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Big up to Don Carlo. But guys, make sure you follow everyone, man. Like I said, it's not all about me. It's people who make the show as well. Lee Gunner, as usual. Make sure you follow him, Lee Gunner, and also Lee Reacts. Well done on the 10K, man. That's good, man. How long have you been doing that as well? It's been like 2 months, 3 months, isn't it?
About that. To be fair, it was. It already had about 5 or 6K subs, but then I switched it into. And I switched it into Reaction. So yeah, it's doubled in size pretty much, man. It's a couple of months. So yeah, buzzing, man. And I'll have a video out later on that in about an hour or so. I'm about to go live now.
Suck Ten Hag.
Yeah,
that'll be the video.
In fact, yes.
No.
Oh, look at him, man.
That's what I'm going to do.
I just had a feeling he'd do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do now.
Mentality.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bless, man. Always enjoy the show, man. I'm going live with Kenny and Jez straight after this on the main channel as well.
Yeah, big up, man. Make sure you tune into that one as well, man. And obviously, LB, City Extra, man. Listen, big up you guys, you, Jordan, Hugh as well, doing big things over there, man. Make sure you follow them, man. But yeah, anything you got going on, anything you want to let them know?
Just a Real Madrid shit, innit, man? It's just heavy Real Madrid content now over the next couple of days. So, yeah, man, let's hit it.
There you go.
I'll say, I see you all taking over Plaza Mayor in Madrid, man. I remember going there. Yeah, it was actually 5 years ago the other day. Yeah, that we played Atletico. Yeah, and in the Europa League semi, I remember the game at home. Yeah, we absolutely battered them, and it ended up 1-1. Yeah, Oblak just turned into Spider-Man. He was like, pew, pew, pew.
Yeah. I remember that.
And then that dopey centre back that's so overrated within our fan base, Koscielny. Yeah, kicks it off his own head. Griezmann goes clean through 1-1, and then Diego Costa ruined it for us, man. So yeah, that little square. Yeah, there's a bar there, right, and they do double pints. Like it's one cup, like one glass, and they're double pints for about €6. Unless they put the prices up. But yeah, man, we were hammered. I don't even know how I got to the stadium at Atleti, bro.
Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, big up, people. I'll be back 5 p.m. For the Straight Jacket podcast. And yeah, man, we'll see you next week. I'll see you on Thursday, Lee Gunner's channel. Big up, people.